Casey from Academic Success and Bar Prep again, and I'm joined by our wonderful part-time students, Kara Hartman, a P3, and Key Morrow, a P2, and we are back to answer some of your most frequently asked bar prep questions. So here we go.
Could you talk about the partnership that Stetson has with MPRE and how part-time students access those materials?
Great, sure. Stetson does have a partnership with MPRE. As part of that partnership, there is a flat rate, lower cost to use MPRE as your bar prep course. There's information on our website on the bar prep portal, which is stetson.edu/barprep, about how to sign up for MPRE in the final semester and receive the partnership price. And also, as part of that partnership, you have access to MPRE materials throughout the time you're here as a student. So that includes a 1L book that has outlines and practice questions, essays, as well as multiple choice, as well as online lectures and a bank of additional questions. They also have materials for many of the upper level courses as well that are bar tested. So these are great resources. We have the book versions in our lending library, and as I said, you can always email and we can leave one at circulation for you, or you can stop by anytime to pick it up. And you can access all of their online resources as well by signing in with your Stetson email. And there's information on all of that and that process on our webpage.
In addition to the bar exam, there's also the MPRE. When should part-time students be taking the MPRE?
Sure. So the MPRE is best to take after you've completed professional responsibility. But your scores in Florida only stay fresh, or you can only use them for 25 months. So that is an important deadline to keep in mind. In your fourth semester, when you take PR, you are still more than 25 months out from the time you'll actually take the bar exam. So you want to keep that in mind. As a part-time student, you want to take it within 25 months of the time you're planning to sit for the bar exam. So calculate that back out, and you can take it anytime within that period. I would suggest not waiting until the last possible opportunity, but waiting until fairly close to your graduating semester. So that will give you an opportunity to retake it if you need to, there's also a free review course through all three of the bar review companies. So MPRE, Themis, and Kaplan all have materials to help you review. So many of the full-time students might be talking about taking the MPRE in the March right after they take professional responsibility, or even in the semester they're taking professional responsibility. As a part-time student, it's very important to remember you need to use those 25 months and calculate out the best and most ideal time for you to take it. You can also come in and meet with a bar prep advisor to figure out when that time might be best for you. If you're taking it in another jurisdiction, there are different time parameters. So you want to make sure that you look that up online. The National Conference of Bar Examiners webpage, ncbex.org, has all of those dates and deadlines.
So something that's burning in the mind of all part-timers and all law students in general is obviously the bar exam. And for part-timers, it's a little less straightforward than a full-timer. When should we start studying for the bar?
Sure. So again, this really depends on your individual circumstances and especially your work situation. If you are going to be preparing for the bar exam, the bar review companies are really meant for full-time 10 weeks study. So that's about 400 hours of study time over 10 weeks. If you are going to be working, especially working full-time during that study period, the 10 weeks before the bar exam, you really need to start much earlier than that. So you want to think about how many hours you're planning to work while you're studying for the bar exam, if any, and then meet with a bar coach very early to make an individual customized plan to fit in all 400 of those hours before the bar exam. Bar Prep will advise part-time students of their assigned bar coach 2 semesters back, so 1 year before before your graduation date, so that way you know your point person in the office to set up meetings with and to plan that out ahead of time. And they can also help you pick the bar review company that might work best for you based on what you are going to be able to do early and what materials will be available to you when.
Okay, great. Thank you. And how do we contact your office?
Great question. So we hope to hear from all of you and answer all of your individual questions. Please don't hesitate to make an appointment with us. We're really happy to meet with the part-time students at the time that works best for you. You can do that by either calling us at 727-562-7343, or you can send an email to either Academic Success or Bar Prep. Those email addresses are asp@law.stetson.edu and barprep@law.stetson.edu. So before we get out of here, why don't I just pass it back to the part-time students and ask what it is that you have enjoyed about the Stetson part-time program so far. Key, do you want to start?
Sure. Well, no doubt it's daunting and it's different than full-time, in that a lot of us have families and work, but the people I've met in the part-time program, I've never met more upstanding individuals. I knew the first day in class that law school was for me, just based on the atmosphere and the people I was surrounded with. So you've made a good choice.
I'll second what Key said. I think part-time students bring something new to the table with more life experience in different areas. We're able to have different types of discussions. But I also think what has been valuable about the part-time program is that I am afforded all of the flexibility that I need to maintain my life outside of school while still staying on a reasonable course for my intended education goals.
Wonderful. Well, I'm so lucky to have these two here with me to help answer some of your most frequently asked questions. And again, please get in touch with our office. We're here to help and offer any support, feedback on practice problems, any help or questions that you have throughout your period of study here at Stetson. So with that, I will say farewell and hope to see you soon.